The DC-3 by Edward Frederick. This is my Pikacucha presentation on the Douglas DC-3. The DC-3 has been in service since the 1930s and 1940s and is still in service today. The DC-3 is a fixed-wing propeller-driven airliner. It has a range of about 1,500 miles and a cruise speed of about 207 miles per hour. Its first flight was on December 17, 1935, and is still holding strong by being in active service today. The DC-3 is the aircraft that made traveling by air in the United States so popular. With only 3 refueling points along its route, it guaranteed its customers to be able to get from the East Coast to the West Coast in just about 15 hours, and 17.5 hours if there were strong headwinds. Since the DC-3's birth, it has used several different types of engines. There were 3 different engines that were used. Each of the 3 engines were used for different purposes, so DC-3 owners could customize the way their aircraft could travel. The total amount of DC-3s that rolled off the assembly line were 16,079. As of 1998, there is an estimated 400 aircraft that are still in use. The current uses for the DC-3 today are freight transport, passenger services, aerial spraying, missionary flying, skydiver shuttling, and military transport. At this point in time, the oldest DC-3 that is still flying through America's blue skies is the original American Airlines flagship Detroit. The aircraft was number 34 off the Santa Monica production line, and if anyone wanted to see this beauty, all they would have to do is go to air shows throughout the United States. With any older aircraft, and even newer aircraft for that matter, there were plenty of mechanical issues that were found over the years. Most were small issues, but there were a few that needed to be redesigned to keep the aircraft safe enough so it can still be used in service. One of the problems the DC-3 came across was its braking ability. Designers worried that if it wasn't slowing and stopping fast enough, so they went back to the drawing board. They attempted to increase the cylinder pressure, and in doing so, the wheel brake cylinder had burst after landing. With so many issues during the aircraft's adolescent years, airlines were hesitant to place orders for the aircraft. After numerous changes in several air shows to prove to American Airlines, TWA, United, and Pan Am, they finally got the orders they were waiting for. Nowadays, the DC-3 is treated like a veteran of the skies, so in return it is maintained like one. Inspections are performed routinely, and any problems that are found are repaired so this age-old workhorse can get back to work. Since the beginning of the year 2000 to present, there has been a total of 46 accidents involving DC-3s. About half of the accidents were caused by pilot error, but the other half were caused by power plant and airframe failures. Due to the fact that the DC-3 is over 75 years old, there are going to be issues. The best way to describe the DC-3 is it's a collection of parts flying in a loose formation. It's no wonder they're still being refurbished and kept in service after all. It has a great track record. It's no wonder James Bond and Indiana Jones flew in the DC-3. The only aircraft that could ever replace a DC-3 is another DC-3. Throughout history, it has proven itself time and time again. Whether it's carrying cargo or commercially flying passengers, it never upsets anyone. The DC-3's 3 best accolades are its durability, longevity, and profitability. It's become the most notable and successful aircraft in history with a background in every type of area an aircraft can be used for. Originally, they cost anywhere from $50,000 to $80,000. Nowadays, they cost about $1 million to own and operate. In the end, maintenance has had to evolve to keep up with the DC-3's age. Although it's one of the oldest aircraft still in service, it is still, in my eyes, the best aircraft around if you take into account its age, durability, and profitable gains.